Hi guys, welcome back to today's trade recap. Today is the 9th of February 2026 and I will be going through today's price action and share how I made $0 through this trade, which is no trade. Alright, so just pre-market analysis. We can see that we are delivering off of this 4-hour gap into this 4-hour gap below here. Alright, so if the 4-hour candle closes and inverts this gap, I can see price going lower into this 4-hour unfilled gap right here. But we can see that, alright, price not only respected this gap, it also took out, it also took out this intermediate low right here before rejecting this gap. So what does this mean? This means that this is a very good sign for reversal, that I don't expect price to trade lower into this area anymore. So we can see in the 1 hour, there is also a 1 hour unfilled gap, a 1 hour gap right here as well. And even though this candle here, which is the 10 p.m. candle, it did not close, it did not inverse this 1 hour, that's fine for me as well. Because we're just so bullish onto the day, and that we have no reason for price to revisit this low here, that I wasn't even considering a short. So looking at the 15-minute time frame, we can see there's so much obvious liquidity resting all over here. All of these are LRL. And there is also a 15-minute unfilled gap which we can target. And there is also a very obvious buy side liquidity above. So my condition for longs are just the continuation model. So for price to either tap into the 5-minute or 15-minute gap. So unfortunately, there wasn't a 15-minute gap, but there was a 5-minute gap. So this 5-minute gap is such a good tap for me because it formed an SMT where price took out this 1-minute intermediate low within the 5-minute gap. Within the 5-minute gap, which is our entry model, and it also formed a very clean 3-minute inverse right here. Unfortunately, I set my buy limit right down here for 1 to 2 RR targeting the buy side liquidity, and price just barely missed it. And you guys may be wondering, oh, but ES already took out the highs. Why is this still a trade you would have taken? So even though ES took out this high, which is the high of my entry, the swing high right here, the reason why I would have still taken this trade is because our buy side confluence is just too strong. There is no reason for price to continue lower, that I can just see price running all the way through this buy side liquidity right here. So we could have just entered here and BE at the BE when NQ took this high, because we're just so close anyways. So it would just be a very quick risk-free trade that we have no reason to not take, and we can see that price just run up into our buy side liquidity. So there are moments where ES SMT don't affect our trade when the confluence is just overpowering it, because SMT isn't a strong confluence to even decide whether you should take a trade or you shouldn't take a trade. So that's it for my trade recap today. If you learned something new, please like, share, and comment, and join our Discord group if you want to learn more. Thanks for watching.